creature. The memories of that dreadful summer still haunt my nights, like shadows that refuse to fade with the dawn. It all began when my friends and I decided to embark on a camping trip to the remote woods that lay on the outskirts of our small town. We were seeking adventure, a break from the monotony of everyday life. Little did we know, we were about to face a terror beyond our wildest nightmares. The first night around the campfire was filled with laughter and excitement. We shared stories, roasted marshmallows, and relished the freedom of being away from the city's hustle. But as the night grew darker and the fire's warm glow fought against the encroaching shadows, an uneasy feeling settled upon us. It was as if we were being watched, scrutinized by something unseen. As we settled into our tents, I tried to shake off the sense of unease. I reminded myself that we were in the wilderness, far from the comforts of home. Yet, the rustling of leaves and the distant hoots of owls seemed to conspire against my attempts at reassurance. I lay in my sleeping bag staring up at the tent's fabric ceiling, my mind a battlefield between reason and fear. Then came the sounds. Soft at first, like the shifting of rocks underfoot, but then growing louder, closer. It was as if something was prowling just beyond the perimeter of our campsite. I strained my ears, my heart pounding in my chest. My friends must have heard it too, for their hushed voices carried the same mixture of curiosity and dread that I felt. In an attempt to quell our collective anxiety, we decided to investigate. Armed with flashlights and a brave facade, we ventured into the woods, following the source of the sounds. The trees seemed to close in around us, their branches clawing at the sky like skeletal fingers. The forest floor was littered with fallen leaves, their rustling creating an eerie symphony. And then we saw it. In the feeble beam of our flashlights, its eyes glowed like twin embers. It was unlike anything I had ever seen, tall and gaunt, with mottled skin that seemed to blend with the shadows. Its limbs were impossibly long, ending in fingers tipped with jagged claws. For a moment, time froze as our gazes locked with this unholy creature, a bridge between the realm of the living and the depths of nightmare. Fear overtook our paralysis, and we ran. The creature's guttural growl echoed through the woods, sending chills down our spines as we stumbled over roots and rocks, desperately trying to put distance between us and the horror that pursued us. Our flashlights flickered, casting erratic beams that revealed fleeting glimpses of the twisted trees and tangled undergrowth. Finally, we burst back into the clearing of our campsite, gasping for breath, our hearts racing. We dared not look back, fearing what we might see. We hastily packed our belongings, our adrenaline-fueled panic lending us an efficiency that we hadn't possessed before. With our tents and supplies in tow, we fled the woods, the echoes of the creature's growls haunting our every step. We never spoke of that night again, not to each other or anyone else. The memory was too horrifying, too impossible to rationalize. But even now, as years have passed, I still wake up in the dead of night, drenched in sweat, my heart racing, reliving the nightmare that unfolded in those woods. The creature's eyes continue to glow in the dark corners of my mind, a reminder that some terrors are too real to be dismissed, too haunting to be forgotten.